And welcome to this week's edition of BJM Picks. Ben, Jack, and Mike getting together. Fellas, how you guys doing this week?
Great, sir. Great.
Doing well.
All right, very good. All right, Jack, do your thing. Bring us up to speed of where we are and let the picks begin.
All right. We are looking at week 11 for the HBCU picks. Last week, we still have Dr. Prince at 50 wins, or 50 correct picks. We have, surprisingly, Jack and Ben tied for second with 47 correct picks. So Prince,
wow, so I'm barely holding on, man. Y'all closing in on me.
Okay. We're trying.
2 weeks left. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Golly, I got to keep jabbing you off. All right, Jack, let the picks begin, my friend.
All right. Let's go with our first matchup, which is Florida A&M at Alabama State. FAMU has been putting on a good show each week, so I think that continues even on the road. So I have FAMU 24, Alabama State 17.
You know, you're absolutely right about FAMU. They are hot. Alabama State is hot. Alabama State is at home. I'm going with FAMU.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
with a score of?
Oh, with the score of 21-17, sir.
Okay.
Ben is going to take FAMU. I'm going to think it's going to be a blowout. I'm going to say 28-14 FAMU.
Okay.
Okay, in our next matchup, we have Mississippi Valley State at Southern. Mississippi Valley State got off the snide and got their first win at home. I believe that was homecoming. Correct me if I was wrong. But they won their homecoming game. And hopefully to see if they take that on the road to Southern, but I think it's not going to be enough. I think Southern is going to win this one 31-14 at home.
Southern 31-14. Well, my brothers, I had this one brewing in me all along, and I'm going to stick with my guns. I believe Valley's going to pull off the on-the-road upset, and they will win by a score of 24-21.
24-21. Well, since you got stuff in you, keep the stuff in you. I'm going to take Southern, and I'm going to say it's going to be 35-14.
Okay.
In our next matchup, we have Bethune-Cookman at Alcorn State.
Bling, bling,
bling. Uh-oh, bling, bling.
Uh-oh, we got the bling blings in. What's our over-under, Brother Ben?
I'm going to go with 57.5.
57.5. That's a good number. That's a good number. Jack, what you got?
Okay. Both these teams are, Bethune-Cookman, they've been playing well, but they've been coming up a little short as far as they're putting up points. They're just not finishing the game. Alcorn, they were also having rough games the last few weeks, but they pulled out what I consider an upset against Prairie View in overtime. So I think Bethune-Cookman finally gets over the hump and wins this one 35-28.
Wow. You know what? And we as PV fans need Bethune to win this game to help that security of PV. But I don't think it's going to be enough. It's going to be a dogfight. Alcorn wins ugly again, 17-14.
I have it Corn 21 to 28-14.
28-14. Okay.
Okay. All right. And our
So
next
we're going to go with that
matchup, we have,
over-under. Then I guess Jack is the only one that's going to do the over.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the only one that's over. Everyone else is under.
Yeah.
Okay. And next matchup, we have Alabama A&M at Jackson State. Jackson State is, I think they really bought into Coach Dion's motto of let's dominate. So they have started to take that to heed and dominate. So I think that continues this week. Jackson State 35, Alabama A&M 20.
Well, Jackson State has been consistently tickling that 40, so I don't see why they won't tickle it again this week. I'm going to say Jackson State 42-28 over Alabama A&M.
I'm going to take Jackson State. I think the pink scooter still has something on his mind, and I think it's going to be a blowout again. I'm going to say 49-14.
Okay.
All right. In our next matchup, we have Grambling at Texas Southern. Texas Southern, I thought, was going to actually do a little something against Jackson State, but it came up a little short. I think this week they put things back together and I wouldn't say upset, but just slow down a hot Grambling team. So I say TSU 33-24.
33-24. Battle of the Tigers for the second week in a row. Grambling's hot as fire, man. But I think they might be hot enough coming into Houston that Texas Southern will cool them off. 24-21 Texas Southern.
Let's see here. I'm trying to get back in the lead.
24-21 Texas Southern. 24-21.
Let me ask you a question, fellas. How many points did Texas Southern score against Jackson State?
14 points, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to go with the G-men, and I'm going to say it's going to be 21-14.
All right.
I got to catch up some kind of way.
All right. And lastly, the game of the week. We have Prairie View A&M Panthers at Arkansas Pine Bluff. I believe the Panthers and Bubba McDowell know how important this game is as far as keeping and winning the West. So I believe they go into Arkansas Pine Bluff on a serious mission and focus and not worrying about what's going on around the rest of the SWAC. And they win this one 36-10.
36-10. How in the heck did you come up with 36? The world may never know, but it's okay. I believe that Prairie View's going to score 35 and allow 10 points this weekend, being victorious over the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. 36, that's a wild number, Jack. But you got your method to the madness.
I'm believing that this is going to be an explosive weekend. And Prairie View scored 50 points against if I'm not mistaken, the University of Lamar, correct?
Yes, sir. 54 points.
I think y'all said 10 each. I'm going to say it's going to be 50 to 14 Prairie View.
50 to 14. I would like that number, sir. I really would. I would like that number greatly because there's still a bit of murkiness in the water. Depending on who you ask, Prairie View wins, they're in. You have to look at the fate of the schedule. Prairie View, of course, playing Pine Bluff this week, close out with Mississippi Valley. Alcorn will close out with Jackson State, and they are, I forgot who they're playing already this week, Bethune-Cookman, and I think they're going to be motivated enough to make things happen, but it's going to be some interesting football played this weekend, gentlemen. Ben, what do you got for our top 10, man?
Okay, well, the top 10 this week is Jackson State at number 1, Florida A&M number 2, North Carolina A&T number 3, North Carolina Central tied at number 3, Alabama State number 5, Southern number 6, Prairie View number 7, Texas Southern number 8, Delaware State number 9, and Howard number 10. And the Ben's pick of the week, that was the HBCU pick. The Ben's ranking of the week is Jackson State number 1, Florida A&M number 2, North Carolina Central number 3, North Carolina A&T number 4, Prairie View number 5, Alabama State number 6, Southern number 7, Texas Southern number 8, Delaware State number 9, and Howard number 10.
Okay, so pretty close in the pick, and you just did a little degrees of separation between 3 and 4 instead of having a tie.
Yeah, I couldn't put Alabama State above Prairie View, even though they're winning. Just the fact that we went in there and beat them on their campus, I just couldn't put them above Prairie View. But I can see how some people have, because they played Jackson State the closest all year long out of all the teams played. So I can see why they have them number 5.
Okay. And Brother Jack, I'm pretty sure you're ready to bring us up to speed with the Fantasy Football League updates.
Yeah. Well, in our Fantasy Football League, our key matchup last week was the Defiant Ones against Team Edwards. On paper, it looked like it was going to be a good matchup, but the Defiant Ones opened up a keg of...
He said a keg, not a keg.
163 to 95. The Black Sheep is still on the slide. 4 or 5 games.
Well, we ain't no slide, man. That's a collapse.
Yeah, that's a collapse, right? Yeah, a little avalanche fall.
Yeah, they
fall.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So going to the standings, we have in the West we have the Defiant Ones in first place, and Team Edwards falling to third place with a record of 5-4. The Defiant Ones in first place with a record of 7-2, and Black Sheep has fallen to fourth place in the East at a record of 4-5.
Won 4 in a row and lost 5 in a row. Now I'm just begging to get to 500. Ain't that nothing?
No.
That's bad business. That's bad business. But I am leading in the picks, and so I'm doing all right. What'd you say, Ben?
I said barely.
Oh, I thought you said so. Yeah, I said barely. Well, hey, barely, a whole lot. A lead is a lead, right?
Yes, sir.
But it is what it is. Well, look, gentlemen, any closing thoughts and comments for this week's session?
Well, I have one. I have 2 closing comments, but I want to do one thing first for Dr. Prince. Give me just a second. Get all my technical equipment together. It won't take too long.
Oh, my goodness. We got DJ Ben on the mics. Oh, my goodness.
So,
I appreciate that, Brother Ben.
on behalf of being a Jack, we wanted to wish Dr. Prince and Mrs. Prince a happy anniversary. I remember that day just like it was a couple of days down the road. I was manning my post, letting people into All Faith Chapel. So I remember when you got married. So congratulations to you and Miss Prince.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes, sir. It's been a nice little journey, man, and hopefully we got a fantastic voyage yet still ahead.
You do. Yeah.
All right. Okay, and what was your other part?
That being said, Prairie View, we've been on an up and down roller coaster ride this year. And so I was wondering, when you have your weekly communication with Coach Bubba, has he given you any insight on some things that he's looking forward to improving in the off season, or is that a little too early to kind of think about?
It's a tomato type question. You're always looking to plan ahead, but you got to take care of what's in front of you right now. And they know what needs to be worked on, and what's in task at hand now is finding a way to get the win over Pine Bluff and closing out the rest of the season, strong and getting ready for the playoffs. I mean, the championship game.
Mm-hmm. And my other question upon to either one of you, I noticed that Coach Dion has been on this media tour of saying that HBCU schools should be allowed to play in the playoffs. What do y'all think about that? And if so, which team do you think should be allowed to play in?
It's not that HBCUs are not allowed to play in the playoffs. Let's get that understood. HBCUs have deferred not to play in the playoffs due to the fact of the Celebration Bowl. Okay, and the Celebration Bowl, for the eyes of the beholders pertaining to the HBCU factor, believe and relish the fact of being declared the HBCU champion and the possibility of making money. As far as the FCS playoffs, they say it costs them money to partake in that. So as a result, they surrendered their automatic bids because they do qualify for FCS playoffs as long as you have 6 teams to make up your conference. So with that being said, it's like a catch-22. Now, the teams that would qualify, in the case of a FAMU or the way Alabama State has been playing of late, or either someone from the West, okay, they have to play a strong enough non-conference schedule that would warrant a look as an at-bid invite, so that is where you are when it comes to the FCS playoffs. My philosophy and take on it is, if you're going to be a part of the FCS structure, which we are, then you should try to set yourself up for both of them. And you can't really complain when you've given up that right to play in the playoffs if you're not selected.
Do you think that Prairie View, since we beat one team, I think, in Lamar, and we played a close game against another team, which I think has been ranked pretty high, in Abilene Christian, that they might have a shot to make it?
Who, Prairie View?
Yes, sir.
Prairie View, if they do get it, that would be a bad thing, because that means they fail at the end where they wouldn't be able to play for the SWAC championship, because the SWAC championship is played, I believe, the second week of the FCS playoffs, and you can't have either. You got to have one or the other. So I believe Prairie View would rather play in the SWAC championship, which leads to the Celebration Bowl. if Prairie View plays in the FCS playoffs, that means they've missed the mark as far as their internal goals, being a SWAC champion and leading to the Celebration Bowl. And for the record, although they did play Abilene Christian tough, should have won that game if they kicked the field goal, but that's a whole nother deal. Lamar being down, they probably would say that they would be a bubble team and would probably, with all fairness, look for a reason not to invite them in. My opinion. Anything from you, Jack?
No, I think everyone summed everything up. So I'm looking forward to the games this weekend.
Looking forward to the games this weekend. Reminding folks you can check out Panthers at Arkansas Pine Bluff by joining us at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. All you have to do is dial 857-777-0000, and we'll get you in and about for the Panthers trying to bring home the win. And you know what I'm hoping, man? I hope they win in style by playing in that all white from head to toe. I like that look, man. I like that look. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you guys so much for joining in. Job well done. This season has really flown by, man, but we still hopefully got a lot more football left. On behalf of Ben Jack, I am Dr. Mike Prince with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Thank you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget you can catch us on the rebound by way of podcast through Spreaker.com, Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio Podcast, and Google Podcasts. Don't forget subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network and visit our website at obnradio.com. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.